I'm Valerie Green, and I play bass and sing, and I play some synths and random kind of keyboard stuff.
My name is Joy Caroline Mills, and I play lead guitar, and I also do some synth stuff and some backup vocals for Valerie as well.
Yeah, so the name comes from a former strip mall in Plainfield, Indiana, on the west side of Indianapolis, where I grew up. And if you can guess what was in this strip mall, there was a karate studio, a tanning salon, and a gun store. So karate, guns, tanning, it was just a giant sign that advertised those three Midwest necessities, I guess. So we, our former engineer, he kind of had always thought it would make a cool band name. And so when we were putting the band together, we thought that would be appropriate as kind of a homage to where we grew up in suburban Midwest. There's not much else to do, you know? So playing music, I was in every single band I could possibly be in. Started on French horn and then moved to electric bass and studied upright bass all through high school. So I played in symphonic band, jazz band, all of that. So by the end of my high school career, most of my classes were music, and it just was something that you had to kind of make your own fun and not a lot of distractions in Plainfield, Indiana. So yeah, I think it probably helped. You had to make your own entertainment.
Yeah, so similar kind of to Valerie, grew up in the Midwestern suburbs. We moved here from Hawaii. I'm a Navy kid, so I grew up McCordsville area, Fishers area. And so my music journey, I really started young. We moved here from Hawaii, and I just really got into country music. I don't know. I was fascinated by guitar, and I was just like, that's so cool that there's an instrument that can say so much, and it's so versatile. So I just jumped in and started playing it. And then this one found me a few years ago, and I really like sonically what she's doing and her vision. So that's been really fun to play with her.
All of us in this band have very different influences. And I think that's kind of the magic of it for me, is that all of these different influences kind of mix together and mash together, and somehow they have formed like this sound, you know, this sound that is karate, guns, and tanning. I loved playing with Daniel. He's got elements of stuff that I love, like very much funk, and also has like some jazz kind of tendencies, but also very powerful drummer as well. And then Joy brings this kind of pop sensibility to the project, and I think everyone brings like such their own flavor, and it somehow works. The first song we played, this song's called Glassy. So I kind of thought about coming out of COVID and the pandemic, thought about how life is gnawing at you from all these different directions, and what you do with your time, like you trade your time for something. So if you can still figure out how to like create something and not let it lose energy and use that time, that's what your inner world is about, right? What you accomplish and what you can create. So it's about like fighting all those things off and still being able to do what you love.
High, 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 high.
I think we share a common vision, and it's really important to work with someone that has your best interests at heart. And I've never doubted that with her, and I hope so. Vice versa. And we share the same thought that there's room for everybody at the table. So I think just knowing that I'm working with someone and playing with someone who shares the same vision and same passion for diversity and inclusion and just branching out, and someone I can trust is the biggest thing. So I think it's really special. I'm really grateful that we found each other in the world. So
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a great partnership. We're both very, I think, open-minded and kind of up for anything, and we've just found how to work well together. We're both kind of very sarcastic people, but also I think it's really important, like, to have honesty with, like, to be able to work and, like, do something and make something that's good. You have to have honesty, and you have to be able to, like, set your ego aside. And I feel like we do a lot of different projects together, and if one person has an idea, or maybe let's do it this way, or, we can come up with it, bounce things off of each other without, like, you can just go a lot further, a lot quicker if you kind of just get on board with different ideas. So the second song was off of Concrete Beach, and that song was called Artifacts. And that one was ironically written right before COVID, I think October and November. And the lyrics are all about, we're going to fly and get out of here. And then ironically, like, just a few months later, that became super relevant. And
she manifested it accidentally.
Yeah, sorry guys. I didn't mean to do that. But it's about being kind of like trapped, but it's about being trapped by something that's kind of intangible. And it feels even more relevant these days with current events and stuff. So hopefully we can take a breath soon. But yeah, it was really more evocative of kind of just that feeling of the walls closing in a little bit.
I mean, I think after we released the album, we kind of wanted to play it live. And, COVID happened, and I think it gave us a greater appreciation for being able to do that. So I think that we just kind of decided that we wanted to play it out. And then we were like, okay, well, how do we do this? So then we spent a few months figuring that out. And so it was really fun to play together today and see it come from that, like in my pajamas in my apartment, and then now we're here.
And then there's like Experimental Finish label that was kind of interested in a reissue. And so yeah, it's been weird to see like where people are discovering it. But yeah, I think it's KEXP definitely got it out there quite a bit. They put our whole album in rotation, which we were just shocked that happened. And it was apparently they learned about us from a listener. So that was really, really, really cool of them.
you.